alive and be able to be on the outside looking in.
Going to say was, I think part of what we're going through is not just the realization of what people have done, but the abhorrence and the sick-heartedness to understand that one human can do something so horrible to another. And that's why I want the truth out. I want people to know just how bad these people have been.
I'm with you, my friend. I do all I can. I talk to a lot of our customers on the phone, and we keep giving each other confidence that our connecting, right, our connective conscious provides a opportunity for us to share that and build faith into the message that you're giving out to people. So this does a lot of good with what we're doing today on the podcast here, is giving people some chance, some opportunity to absorb the perspective and say another piece of data.
Well, what people might not know is that they will remember right back when Special Forces went into the Frankfurt office of the CIA and they took out the servers. They actually arrested Gina, the head of the CIA, who was just happened to be in Frankfurt at the time. But what did happen when all the social media platforms went down earlier this week was that military forces entered Facebook's head office, physically went in. Now we were debating, because they got all the staff out, and we were debating whether they set a fire alarm off to get them all out, or it was a bomb scare. But the staff evacuated the building, and then when they tried to go back in, their passes weren't recognized. But the military had got in, and I think in the same way as they took servers or server details from Frankfurt, they did the same with Facebook. And it's very interesting. We will see over the next 2 days, so that's today, Thursday, Friday. Sit down, good boy. Thursday, Friday, just how much the media are prepared to move, Steve. See if it's made any difference or no difference at all.
Well, there's a lot of headlines here in the States about the whistleblower, and to me, it's amazing how, we play chess and we know who's going to win, but there's inevitability of the rest of the moves that have to happen, right? And sometimes I can move to the right or to the left, and I'm still going to win. It's just a function of minimal collateral damage or a lot of collateral damage, right? There have been times that I can beat my son in basketball in 21-19, and he gets a little bit of encouragement, or I can crush him at 21-0, right? It's all, I know I'm going to win. It's just a function of what do I do with the loser, right? Do I crush him and want him out of the picture, or do I want him just to be on the sidelines, wounded a little bit? So unfortunately, now he can beat me, and he gets to play chess now. I'm just the pawn. But it's amazing, and that what we've seen in this wakenness, we understand that we are part of the chess game, not being played against us. That's the good guys, bad guys. We get to watch it. And one of the resolves that I've created with you and Charlie and my spirituality is that I already know who won. I just got to wait for the rest of them until they either knock over their king, or that we just watch them get decimated, right? And the cards fall all over the place. So congratulations to the good guys, because you've got them now. It's just a function of how you chase them around the table to nail them. So that's what I'm looking forward to just watch the fall of some really, really bad guys.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are disappointed that not enough in their mind has happened. And what I would just say is that what appears in the physical world is a reflection of what is happening in the hidden world. And so if, as my information is coming to me, that the bad guys are not fighting back at this stage anyway, anything like they were projected to, that is why in the world, that's obvious, there doesn't seem to be that much happening, because there's been a cave-in on the part of them. Now, it doesn't mean that in 2 or 3 days' time that won't change. But one of the reasons that things have gone a little bit quiet is because the expected pushback hasn't happened yet. And as we approach this weekend, then I think that's pivotal. This weekend is very important.
I'm so excited, Simon. It's kind of amazing. My sleep cycle, I have about 6 hours of sleep a day. And I've been trying to do it so I get up in the middle of the night, and I'm always jumping on the phone to see what's happening in the world. I just want to wake up with so much freedom, so much energy about it. And every day I get a little hint that some of the freedoms that we need to have are starting to come back a little bit. I was with a gentleman in a hospital and the hospital was normally with staff this floor at 13 nurses around the clock. They're down to 6. And what I love about the power of us is that we don't realize that we are commercial power, right? We are something that can do it. They're going to sit there and go, well, if we don't bring back people unvaccinated or giving them the choice, right, we're not going to give patient care. We're going to shut down the wing, right? And they're not going to be able to service people in room 2000 through 2036. There's just not enough bodies to go do that. Or the care is going to drop drastically and it's going to be a problem. We can fight that, right? We're going to watch that collapse and we're going to drive and drive and drive till somebody's going to say, that's a stupid idea, is to force vaccination for employment. That's just insane. Okay, we're not going to get some of the luxuries that we want in life. And I think it's really important in the next month, if not the next 3 days, is to put yourself in a position where you're ready for these changes, right? Some people are going to say, oh God, I wish I had another week. I'm not ready. Okay.
That's too late.
If the power went out on me tonight, okay, I'm good for a week. I got food, fuel. Okay. I've got my Bible and I've got my loved ones, and that's all I need. I'm good for a week, right? 3 weeks, I'm not prepared for 3 weeks. I'll be honest with you. Okay. I got enough ammo for 3 weeks, but I certainly don't have enough of the things I enjoy in life. So I'm figuring I need the generator to keep my stores cold because there won't be TV. Okay, I'll try to connect to the internet, but I don't see that happening. So
Steve, I hope you're not going to have 3 weeks of home invasion and you're like your ammo. Be like the Alamo, wouldn't it? Eh?
You don't. Some of my neighbors might need to borrow some, so I'll be parading in the street protecting everybody. But I do probably have more ammo, more money invested in ammo than I do in food at this stage of the game. But I don't want people to get like that. I don't want them to get like they're going to look back and go, why don't I have a week's worth? Why don't I have 2 weeks worth, right? Why don't I have, I've been warned and warned and warned and warned. Why aren't I ready for this? Maybe because they don't quite understand all the necessities, all the things that humanity needs. But I can promise you we need food and water, right? You're going to need that. And if you buy it now or buy it in 2 weeks, it's probably better to buy it now. With inflation going, it's going to be more expensive in 2 weeks. So you buy it and you save it now. You don't want to be in a position where you're hoarding dollars, but spend them, get that stuff in so you can take care of yourself.
Very true. You cannot eat dollars. Well, you can, but it's not going to do you any good.
No, don't know where those dollars have been.
No, indeed. So what we've got at the world at the moment, when I say a standoff, I don't mean as it's understood. I mean a standoff in the sense that the good guys are thinking, right, well, why haven't they fought back? And almost thinking it's a trick or a trap. So what I'm saying is things are going forward very slowly. We do know that a number of militaries in other countries are also ready to do what they need to do. But the focus is really at the moment on America in terms of how America will respond to a potential war between China and Taiwan, a potential war between Russian Federation and parts of the Ukraine, and a potential war between Israel, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Turkey, and Iran. So there are 3 hotspots. Now, an intelligence guy did say a little while ago that there was a precedent to this, which was the Cuban Missile Crisis, or the Bay of Pigs, and that was around about 3 days. So I think if things pan out as they should, Steve, there should be 3 days of very interesting international politics involving the United States, and then things should maybe calm down a bit.
Yep. Well, I'm always a fan of chaos creates calm. Okay. I'm always a fan of let it blow up. Know that you're playing chess, right? Let it blow up so you can then pick up the piece and be the phoenix and arise, clean it up and get it better. Because most people, even in America today, are not awoke. They've got to see the destruction. So I'm a big fan. Let it get hot. Let it get it and watch them go, oh my gosh. And they're going to start to see the truth. They're going to start to see the things. But now it's too easy to stay asleep. It's too easy not to be prepared or not to think that it could happen. So
it's a really, really, really vital point, because supposing the cabal or the deep state throw their arms up and say, yep, fine. There is a great temptation on behalf of the White Hats not to do half of the things that they said they would do. So that's something also we've got to be careful of, because all the plans were written out imagining there would be a physical war of some sort, a political war, or all of the types of conflict that you could have. But if the other side decide they don't want that, there will be pressure on the good guys not to go down with the plan so much. And I think I agree with you that that would be a very big mistake, because if you don't show people the truth, then in 7 years' time or what have you, these
You're
practices
right.
come back.
I had a good friend from the UK, and he told me one time I was in the UK for the 4th of July, and I was, I'm celebrating a little bit, enjoying the day. And he looked at me and goes, Steve, you don't understand. It's a strategic withdrawal. And he's right. The United Kingdom is by far the largest owner of assets in the United States. Okay. China's trying to catch up, but by far it's the United Kingdom, at least the last time I checked the records. So I'm like, okay, I get it. I get that and they could be doing the same thing. If we don't expose them, if we don't create this chaos to see them, we're not going to go what they look like, and we're not going to go where they hide so they can build up more power, build up more power and more power. And then they become chess masters trying to play chess again, and we can't do much. We've got to awaken everybody. Almost like the ship's got to hit the shore. So everybody on the boat is going, what's going on? What's going on? Then we can make the solid 200-year commitment to the course of the Constitution, right?
That's a wonderful analogy. Very good. I love that.
My founding fathers said that we got to blow it up every now and then because it's too easy. So imagine we're on the ocean liner, and it's kind of interesting. I always thought that we need to direct it to the shore, okay? Because we keep out to sea where it's la la land, back in where it's dangerous, right? And every couple of years, then we vote. So Congress loses control a little bit, and we're moving back this way. And the president changes, Democrats, Republicans. It's so exciting because you finally see, to me, the most important card played. Joe Biden, the owner of the Democratic Party, cannot get legislation passed, the largest bill ever, because his own party wants more. Right. He's now got to sit there and go, I got to show the cards. I got to show everybody now. We could have had this passed and I could have been a hero. Right. And then Kamala can take over. Nope. His own party now is showing it. So there's like three parts of the political landscape now. And that's the crisis that I want. I want that to be exposed. I want guys like Bernie going, Joe's not all that right. I need more. I need more. I need more. And Americans start to wake up with that. They start to see that. And so to me, that's one of those ones where it's aim it, baby. Come on, Joe, drive this thing right into the coast. Don't hurt anybody. And I don't want anybody to die, but I certainly want everybody to get shaken awake. And what was that? What was that? And go, CNN's been lying to us. We wake up in the morning and NBC, CBS News has been lying to us. This is a disaster. They didn't tell us that there's more pork in this bill than there is infrastructure, right? Well, they didn't tell us that.
The other thing is that Mitch McConnell may very easily do a deal with the Democrats to let part of that bill go through. And then I think that will be the final nail to show the American people that it doesn't matter whether you're this party or that party, all of those people there are just in it for themselves, and they're prepared to destroy the American people just for their own partisan politics. And I think that, for me, is the key to show that it doesn't really matter at the moment. All of them in that building need to be removed.
I went to a march on Washington, Tea Party march years ago, and it's right after Senator Kennedy died. And I held up a sign that said 100, crossed it up with 99 more to go. I wasn't celebrating Kennedy's death, but I was celebrating that we need to empty the house, get rid of the other 99, and let's rebuild it. And this is my whole concept of the ocean liner is shake it all up. I want every local election to be different because I want different people with different understanding, with a woke understanding of what this country needs and how to get back to it. And it isn't about defunding the police. It isn't about supporting the craziness that we see in the world. It's all from some little agenda that somebody's got in their back room. So the U.S. says
I'm going to very cleverly now bring this back to some of the fantastic things that you actually have invented and you sell. If we're all kept in for, I don't know, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, we can't exercise as much. I know for a fact my bad leg is going to play up something rotten. So what I'd like you to do is, because we were talking a little bit about things, hadn't we? And we thought that maybe you might do a little competition for some of the CC members. You said you might give away a silver dollar.
I got a couple of things I want to get going. I want to introduce everybody to this white band. Okay.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, so it's the same as the black band. It's just sexy. You know,
I like that one.
when I'm wearing light colors, I wear my white. When I'm wearing my darker colors,
I actually prefer that white one.
Yeah.
Like the stripe down the middle.
We've had a smaller version of this. And so I just went and changed the material from the black material to white material. So same identical function.
Wow.
Okay. So Simon, what we're going to do is we're going to take the email, steve@bodyalign.com. Okay. The first 10 people that send me an email anywhere in the world, we're having trouble getting to some places, but we'll send it as a birthday gift to our place. The first 10 people that send me an email get a free one of these. Just send me saw you on the video, send the button, give me your address so I know what to do. I'll hand it to the shipping department. We'll get it right out to you, acknowledge that you won. Okay. I have 5 silver coins that I bought, US 1922 silver eagles or peace dollars. And those are available to the 5 people that reference this in an email, reference this. And let's see, Simon, what should we, the word they got to come back with. Okay, the first 5 people in the subject put ocean liner. Okay, with an ocean liner exclamation point. When they
if they don't do that, Steve, they don't win.
They don't win. They don't win. 5 people, so that's I think they're about 0.9 ounces of silver. So this is from my personal collection. These have actually been programmed. I've actually put them for action and energy. So if you carry them around in your pocket, you would feel even bigger effect than this because it's more surface.
Better not sell them then. Better if you get one of these.
Well, you know, you got to eat. I guess you can swap it for food, but
don't keep it. It's special.
This is energetically charged. So silver is a wonderful charger. So 5 pieces of silver so it's got to say ocean space liner. And I don't care caps or not caps. Make sure I have your address. Okay. And when we do that, we'll send those right out to you and welcome to the family. So,
fantastic. Listen, it's really
10
kind.
bands and 5 pieces of silver.
Well, that's really kind. And I'll just reiterate what you said was that, you know, that's silver's from your own personal collection. And so that means something. You know, it's got that connection, that heart energy. And so, you know, that's a wonderful thing, Steve. And that's what good people do. Good people, you know, they do things like competitions that basically don't require somebody else to, you know, sell their soul. That's the whole point.
Right.
So that's fantastic. So listen, on behalf of everyone, even for those who don't win, it's a great opportunity and it's fair. You know, it's not like the cabal who have already selected who's going to win. This is really first come, first served, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make this fun, right? At the same time, I promise you, if this site has been up and there's been 20,000 views, I promise you those 5 pieces of silver are gone. No need to send the email. steve@bodyalign.com. Okay.
Yes.
Pretty simple to get it to us. And I want to make one more point. Simon, we had a great discussion last time, but the questions I get back from our organizations is, Steve, explain more how it works. So if you give me like 3 or 4 minutes, I'd like to jump into
definitely. Yeah, because I get the same, which is, you know, how does it really work? Because people don't get it simply because it's not in the mainstream. It's a subject they don't talk about.
So one of the questions was asked to me, goes, what's different about pharmaceutical wellness and energetic wellness? And I thought there for a second and I said, 2,885 years. And you could tell there was a shock in that response. And they go, what do you mean? I said, well, I can date my technology back 3,000 or more years, but maybe 5, but we'll say 3,000 because there's clear evidence 3,000 is a good number. So I said, 3,000 years of healing and energetic wellness comes from what I do. And the pharmaceutical guys, maybe 1875 might be a good point where we made the first synthetic molecule to treat pain. That was Dr. Hoffman and Felix Hoffman and Dr. Baer got together and created aspirin, right? as we
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it today. So
yeah.
that was 1800s, that late 1800s, 1870 range.
Yeah.
So what we've been able to do through Tesla, thank you, Tesla, who'll come up a lot in our world as we move forward, and probably the father of physics beyond what we can comprehend today, longitudinal scalar waves and the physics of energy, not the physics of particles that we talk about today and the wave technology we talk today, and where those two views of the world cannot be combined, right? We cannot unify the theory. We're off. Energetically, we've been able to stay consistent for 3,000 years and say, we know that ashwagandha, pure ashwagandha, is going to have a reaction in your body. You can ingest it. That's one investment you can make, or you can just hold it next to your body and your body will do that. And even better, if I was to tell you that ashwagandha on your neck and gallbladder 42 or gallbladder 12 was actually a good receiver for that energy, okay, then your body would have that same response as if you put a sleep patch there, because I have ashwagandha in here. So I pick a location on the body. I pick the things that traditional Chinese medicine says, hey, this is going to make a difference in this person's sleep. Put it here, pack it with 170, 180 different frequencies, and now you can go to sleep. So every molecule in the world has a vibration. Electrons that are mass detectable, right? This is one of the physics problems that we have is mass detectable. It's moving around and it's creating a harmonic vibration that keeps everything in place. So if I was the vibration of ashwagandha versus the vibration of deionized water are very different. And the body knows that, especially if I put it in a sensitive location on the body where it's going to sense that. So what I've done is just capture that ability to take those frequencies, modify the molecule sufficiently enough that it's going to reverberate those frequencies back to the body. 350 different frequencies, all for the pericardium and the heart. Meridians right here are phenomenal for that. The liver and the kidneys are up here. We're signaling all that area. So imagine a nice little transmitter, this wristband sitting on very sensitive meridians, just providing that vibratory frequency into the body, just like an acupuncturist would do, just like a naturopath would do, is use energies to create the biological change and not chemicals. So, you know, I got 2,885 years difference in what they're doing today. And, you know, they're molecular wonderful. They create these brand new molecules that do good things to the body and horrible things to the body. And they certainly all have side effects. So I always said, if you have to have that product every day, it likely means your body thinks it's a toxin and is trying to get it out of the body, right? You don't need this high blood pressure medicine. I'm going to detox it and get it out of your body. Oh, you're giving it more. So of course we need some of these things to enjoy our life. And I'm not saying don't take them. What I'm saying is find ways that you can reduce them or eliminate them by getting more healthy, more well. And your doctor say, yeah, I'll take that prescription back. You don't need it anymore. So that's my dream in life. So I've got 3,000 years of how this thing works versus, I don't know, there's probably 35 Nobel Prizes given out for molecular wellness. Not too many for energetic wellness, that's for sure. But I that's a world that I think we need the pharmaceutical side for the minimal amount of things we can do. I like the medical side for diagnostics, and I like the energy side for wellness and healing. So Charlie, I think we can, or Simon, I think we can all get together and find ways to build those, but this pharmaceutical piece is going to be much smaller. I promise you.
Right. I mean, if we think, I mean, you've been very, very conservative with your years there. I mean, I think you could go back 12,000 years because people who were close to the earth understood how plants worked, probably better than we do, and how trees worked. And if someone had an injury or an illness, they only had the earth to turn to. So it was, you know, the plants. And so I think that we could really push it back. But if you go for 3,000 years,
I mean, that
can argue with you.
once I get to absurdium, I just kind of say, I'll be conservative here because that's hard to, it reduces the arguments a lot. So I appreciate your time today. Thanks for the update on the world. You and I are in dead sync. We're going to watch these things unfold. Some things are going to be invisible, but important. Other things are going to be visible, and it's going to be a reminder to us. And folks, my final message is get prepared. Be there spiritually. If you haven't found time in your day, to communicate to your creator through the Bible or through your prayer, if you haven't found a way to make sure your neighbors are good, okay, you're not going to experience this new awakening and this new world order if you don't put the priorities of the earth, and I mean our brothers and our sisters, okay, is a higher priority than ourselves.